Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio and our Bat Challenge. That is the Bob's Angels 1000 Challenge. There's an extra 2 crawler robo boxes, so if we go and dump these down, we'll just kind of put them in the rough area of the others. Actually, I'll put that one down there for a minute, and I'll put the other one... Actually, I'm going to put this one up over here, because this is where we're going to be heading up in this direction, aren't we? So if I drop that one down there, and then we put some power in next to it like that, we've gone right up next to all of it, and we've got charging points as well. We've got 5 charging points around here, which should speed up the robots a little bit with doing all of the stuff that they're going to do. And all I need to do, just to help them out a little tiny bit, is they're taking this out one at a time. So if I do that a minute, they'll go along and grab the last little bit, and that will be done with. I won't need to worry about that anymore. I will keep 1 stack of 200 on me. I got a load of stone bricks on me as well. And the rest of this down here, there's 400 in there, 600 in there that they're going to have to move. I think the rest of it, we don't really need to worry about too much. We've got no lead being used here, but that's because we've now gone and put our tin out on the line down this way. I used the tin up down here. I got 343 belts in there. So all of the belts that I've requested, they've all now gone through, and they're processing through on here. And the problem that we've got is that these inserters can't actually take stuff out fast enough to keep it all running. The other problem that I've got is that coal isn't coming round because it's looped on here. It gets to that far, and then it stops. That's where the coal was coming from. I didn't bring coal across this way. I looped it up and round, so I've got no coal left on my system there. I need to run that through. Now, I guess to that point, with the robots that we've got here, they're all working on the stone at the moment and queuing up a little bit, running around. They're going over to these. They're doing what they're doing. I'm going to ignore them for a minute, and what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to bring this belt here. I'm going to take that all the way over to that point there, and then I'm going to have an underground belt from there, and I'm going to take that one out as far as it will go. And then I will go back over here, and I will bring that one out just a smidgen further. Then I want to have a look in here. Now, I've got 400 belts in there, which is not going to be enough. I'm going to want more than that. I'm also going to want a few other bits and pieces. So what we'll do to start with is we will run over here, and we will modify this. Because this is our big problem at the moment, is that we're not able to shunt this stuff out fast enough. So in order to be able to make that work, I need to have 2 of these on each of the crushers, like this. If I have 2 on each of the crushers, everything will work just fine. So I'll bring that one there and put that one onto there like that. You are fine. This one here, I suppose what I could do is copy that one and then put a single one the same on... That one's the same. There. Have 1 on each, like that. So now I'm putting them in doubles. They're bringing them through as quickly as we can. And I also need to have doubles coming in on the other side. And you have 2 sapphirite going in on the other side as well, so that we can make full use of everything here. Now, I don't need to worry about what side we're picking stuff up on here. I just need to have 2 feeding in and 2 feeding out all the way along. So we'll put that one up there, and we'll put the last fast belt that we've got into here. And that has now really cranked up the speed. But you can see that we're still now over producing on the ore that's coming out. But it's feeding through fast enough that these are all running. My problem now is that I've got no coal coming round. So we got the coal is the issue next. Next up, I'm going to come down here. Is green science is something that we want to be working towards. We've got all sorts of different targets that we potentially want to get, but I would say the most important thing that we want to work our way towards, well, right now, I wanted Automation 2. Automation 2 was quite a biggie that I wanted to get. What else was it I wanted to get? I think, really, I just want to go with the artillery shells. Well, artillery in general. But also armor. If I can have armor, I can have the running boosts, and I can have all of those up and trotting us along. That's beneficial. I can't remember all of the different bits that I said that I wanted to get. I know that I did need to have... We got advanced steel smelting. I've got steel processing now. That's definitely helpful. Alloy processing. That's one that's furthest up the list on here. So we'll go with alloy processing. That's going to unlock a number of different items that we're going to be using. So we can definitely go and take that. And I can head on down here and I can go and get the belts that I wanted. Now, I've got belts produced here. I've got a certain number of belts that have been produced. We've got waste items that are being put in here. And then the belts themselves are being fed back onto this line over here. And they're being used. But do I want to have more belts being manufactured than I'm currently using? I mean, at the moment, I'm not actually using the belts. So, if I want more belts, if I want stacks of belts, I've got to do it the old-fashioned way. Or, I got to go in here and I got to use fast belts. And I don't really want to be taking fast belts just yet, because I haven't got enough. And I want to be using my robots to do some upgrades on that, rather than worrying about anything else with it. If I stand here a second, and start just pulling a few of these through. Yes, it's a little bit slow and tedious, me having to wait like this to get them all and pick them all up, but at least I'm grabbing a few. You can see the number down here is slowly accumulating. So I think I'm just going to sit here for a second and grab, say, about 200 of these. That should be enough to keep us ticking over for a minute. And then we can worry about doing some more upgrades. And I think what we will do... because I do actually need to get 1,000 of each of these. Maybe I ought to have a... Well, that's what I could do. That's what I can have over here, is I can just put a belt out and I can then have something pulling off a few into a chest so that I can accumulate my 1,000. But there's 200 belts. I've managed to get a little stack of them. So I will get... I've got one of those over there. All right, I'll take an iron chest here. And I will put that one right there. And then I will put one inserter right there. I will put a belt right there like that. And then I will activate that one. And it will start feeding belts into here. And then I will go like that so that I'm not putting too many into that chest, but we have got a few in there. And that's just going to allow me to accumulate a few extra chests in there for future use. Now, next job that I need to do is I need to run all the way back up here, and I need to get coal passing right through the entire system. At the moment, they are just picking up the stone in this chest. So if I go and pick up the chest, they're still working on that. They're not doing anything else. Now they are. They're going and putting a few bits down. So I can go and dump a little bit of stone in there like that. They'll take a few of these items out and start building all of this, which would be great. In the meantime, I'm going to take my 200 belts and I'm going to bring some of them over to here. And then I'm going to bring some of them down over this way. I'm going to bring a few over this way. And then I'm going to have a look here. I'm going to lift this lot out of the way just for a second. I don't want that on there like that. That one's gone too far over there. That one there is the coal. And I want that to come down on the left-hand side. Right, which way is... It's actually already coming down on the left-hand side. That's fantastic! Right, you come down to there, and you're on the correct side, and then coal will feed its way back down through the system, all the way down here, and it will split off on that splitter. It will come down through here, and it will go right up through here, and it will start these up so that we have iron flowing through the system. That's what we need. We need plenty of iron. These in here, they're working, but they're just going to take their time. Eventually, they will fill up, and then we can start getting those converted over into landfill, which would be absolutely fantastic. Just need to wait for you to turn up. I'm also going to put our robots going down here in a minute. We've still got some robots. We'll put them going down here, upgrading some more of these belts. That would be great. I just want to see this coming through and just make sure that everything is still going to be going the right way. There's no reason that it shouldn't be, because it's on the correct side coming down there. So that's going to flow into here, flow across that side, underneath the belt. So slow with the starting belts, isn't it? Like, it is painfully slow with the starting belts. There is the filter that filters it out onto the correct side over there, and then we just stick with the belt where we are, and we're spreading out, and instantly we've got these furnaces firing up and using the coal. Fantastic. Brilliant. That's going to get the iron running out across the system, and then that's going to start those running again, and everything is amazing, fantastic, and tickety-boo. Now what are we doing? We're waiting to charge. Mostly we seem to be waiting to charge with these. They do a fairly reasonable job. It's just that they still seem to be going... They are quite slow with charging everything. What if I should make... I'm going to make 2 more of these. 2 more robo-boxes, and we'll have this as like just a group. We can just put all of them together. So we got 5. That'll make 7 of them. We can put all 7 around the chest, and then it should make life a little bit better for us. It should... Everything should flow just that tiny, teensy little bit faster and easier. Have I got power lines in here? Oh, I haven't. Right, my bad. I'll put a few power lines in there. That's enough there. There they go. Out they go. They've gone and put everything else down already. We just need to put the power lines down. Experience has taught us from the other section down the bottom that what we actually need to do is change this over a bit. There we go. We've got power coming in the top. Everything is fired up. This is fired up as well. And that means that we're now going to have tin being produced out on that line down there. So I've got to put the tin somewhere. That's got to be the next thing that we need to do, is that we need to have the tin going out onto a line. Now, I've got a belt over there where the tin was originally supposed to flow. So I think we will try and use that same belt. So what we're going to do is we'll turn this belt round. We're going to have this one facing in the opposite direction. Before I do that, though, let's take a look down here. We can go with our upgrade planner that we've got. That upgrades all of the normal belts. And we will just take a section here for upgrade. Which is going to go from there. I'm going to go right the way across like that. I've got nothing that can be upgraded onto the... Well, actually, we can upgrade all the way over to on the side over there. I'm going to bring that right the way down to the bottom. And I'm going to upgrade that entire section there. It's a huge, great big section there to be upgraded. I got 59 construction robots heading out, because we are still building construction robots down here. So we've now got quite a few bots heading out across and doing all of the building. So, yeah, they're going to take a while. They've got quite a long way to travel to go and do some of these jobs, but they're going to do it, and they're going to do it just fine. There's not going to be any issues whatsoever. Now, those aren't spreading across properly, are they? And I've got... Yeah, well, I need to have a second one on each of these, and we'll put the second one on a lower kind of setting, like we did with the other one previously. So if I do that, I'll put the offset on the near side, and I'll do that on 1 on each of these. So near side on there, that one, and that one near side. So they're all on the near side, and then the rest are standard. And they should be able to pick up and push this through. Like, you in here, well, you've actually got loads of stuff in there. What about on this end? A little bit slow with pulling the Bobmonium in. Technically, I suppose I could go for another one up there, but I don't think the belt is going to be able to fully push. We're not pushing everything through that we need to at the moment in order to make that work really well. So we'll leave that as it is. And this one I'm going to turn round. That's going to go and face in this direction. And then it's going to just turn a bit, and I'm going to bring it down to there, and then I'm going to turn again. I'm going to run this belt all the way over here. Underground belt there, as far over as I can. Remove these couple of trees out of the way. And that one. And then belt over a little bit more, and that's going to just come down onto there. So that will feed in onto, will side feed onto there. So we got that side loading in, and that means that we have got the tin heading all the way down through, and it will be able to be used, and yada yada yada, and it will be wonderful. So the next thing that we want to do, now that I've got that bit started, it's not completed. We haven't finished yet. We are probably going to want to build another section on there. Actually, why don't I do that right now? I'll do that right now. I'll double that up. So if I just copy that bit there, and don't copy any other bits, I do that, spin that round, put that on there. That would be the best place to do it. So I'll bring this belt here, like that. And then just get rid of those a second. And then I will go back into paste, and that one spin round and drop that in there. That's evenly spread all the way through, so I can dump that into there. Then I can go here with that belt, and then I can go... Wait a minute. Where am I going to want to go with the other belt? That one there, I need to bring over a little bit further, I think. I'll bring that one over to that point. And then we can clear this out of the way just for a second. It's not perfect. But there, I clear that out of the way. So then this one is going to what? That's got to come along the bottom end. That's got to go that way. I'm going to take it in that direction. Then we can have the coal line. That one will run along in this direction. Take that all the way through to there like that. Doesn't need to go any more than that. And that will allow all of the coal to feed in. I just need to do a split. I'm running out of short belt here to do this with. And I have no splitter here. Let's make a splitter. Well, I am doing this with the slow stuff. I didn't ought to really be doing this with the slow stuff. I ought to be using the slightly faster, but I don't have enough of it made yet. We're about to have enough of it made. I've got more of it being made right as we speak, and in a minute it's going to be right. You here, you're actually in the wrong. That's in the wrong place. I don't want that going quite that tight. I'm going to move that back by 1. I'll put that one there like that, and then we can have that belt, and then that can come down here, so then I've got a gap there. I could have left it where I was and just turned that last belt up, and then that would have still been fine. That would have still worked absolutely perfectly, but I'd rather have what I did just then. Change it around a little bit. So here I've got to move these out of the way, and then I want to put that one. That's the one that's got to have the filter on it. So we need to filter the stone out on here. I've got this all planned out down the bottom. I could just go and copy that. Crushed stone, I want to filter out there, and crushed stone is filtering out on the correct side, so if I just pick that up and take everything that's not on the correct side there, then that one can go. I have that come down there, and then this one goes over and comes down there like that, and I've got one bit there that shouldn't be, which is now gone, and then I take that one, And I drop that one down there like that. And I bring this belt here. And then I take an underground belt and I bring that one down by 7 points like that. And then I drop that one in there. I have now got the Bobmonium going through 2 lots of furnaces and running through these as well. So all I really need to do, if I was to upgrade that one and that one there, and then make 10 of those so that I've got 10 of these coming in, I don't need to increase the speed that they feed in here. And I just need to increase the speed of that one belt there. That's the only one I think I need to do that is going to make an actual difference to the speed that everything will run through. Because that's the pinch point. I suppose that is technically a little bit of a pinch point on the stone, but it's not a major point. This is the biggest pinch point, is that one there. And then as soon as it comes out, it like splitting into the 2 again, it's fine. Right, that works. That's fine. I don't need to have any more on there. I could put another one there, though, just to shunt that out of the way. And it's got a little bit more of a... Right, if I do that, it just allows it to pull away from the splitter a little tiny bit. Same on here. Like, if I was to put one here, and one here like this, it just pulls it away from the splitter so that if it is going to back up a little bit, instead of backing up to the splitter and slowing it down here, it just moves it away just the tiniest fraction. It's not going to make a big difference to anything, I don't think, but it will affect it the tiniest little bit. We've got that in place now. That is now running. That's all going. I need to have this one back on here like this, and I need to just make sure that that is on the offset that's going over onto that side of the belt down there. And then I want to bring a bit of power up here to this one like that, so that we've got lead going out onto the line down there, and that can go and make solder, which we will need to be using. We have a look down here, you can see the lead is already being used up, and at the moment solder is the only thing we're using lead with. But it is being used. It's all running through. See, everything is running through. Everything is flowing. Everything is flowing through. Now we got 69 construction bots. We're making construction bots pretty quickly, actually. Now we got 70. I'm gonna keep it going until we've got 100. I would say I don't want any more than that. I think 100 is enough. More than 100, I think, is going to end... Like, we don't have enough charge points for them. They're too slow, and they need too many charging stops to be able to make it work. So the only other bit that I want now is another one of the basic ore crushing. And that one I'm going to put all the way out over here. So I've got plenty of room for moving stuff around. If I plonk that one down there, we got plenty of room for moving things around. And it's away from this so that we've got a little bit of room for expanding and moving things here if we should feel that we need to. I can get rid of this one up here. That one can go. I need to leave one of these charge points here. Basically what I want to do now is I want to pick up several of these, but I don't want to pick up all of them. So we'll leave that one where he is, and we'll leave that one where he is. This one I can pick up and move out of the way. And I'm going to put these in a line. They're going to go over this way, like this. I put one there. And then that next one, I don't want to go there, but it can go up a little bit. It can go to there. That's still going to be connected in. We want to make sure that we've got a power line going onto that one and a power line going onto that one there. And then I can take this, go over a little bit further. That one... I'll go up there like that. It's because I don't want to move that chest. Moving that chest, I think, is going to end up causing me problems. This one here, I think I will lower this one down as much as I can. So that one's going to come down there. And it's also going to move over this way. So I've got a charging point over here as well. I'll put you, and you down there, and then we'll run some power here and over to you over there. I've got just 2 construction zone thingies. But I don't need more than that. I can put 1 there, and that covers that entire zone in there. Covers everything that I want to build right in that bit there. And instantly, those are coming out. They've already done all the deconstruction work. So I'm going to put the other zone expander there. And we've got a couple of trees there that need to be taken up. And I'm also going to remove the trees from this area here. So there's 480 trees that we're going to be removing. They'll go over and they'll deal with that in a minute. They've now got charging points and they can start laying all of this stuff out for however long it takes them to lay all of this stuff out. You know, it's not going to be an instant overnight thing, but it's going to work. And I like that they are going up and getting the trees, taking them back over. I don't quite know how efficient they're going to be with doing that. So I need to make sure that I've got coal coming in. And I got there's where it's got to be joined in. So I just need to get this over to that side. And what I'll do here is if I put a splitter in, it's got to go that way round. I'll put the splitter up there. And then I can bring it out, down, in that way like that. And then I go underground there like that. And I drop it in there like that. So I've now got a splitter pulling out the little bit of coal. That will go along here, and that's going to allow these to be all filled up. I need to get those with the right recipe on them. And then once I've done that, I just... The only other thing that I need is a belt along the top, and I've only got 14 bits of belt. So I'm going to need to just run down here and do some belt upgrades. So if we take a little trot down through this way, it's nice that we can use all of these belts to travel around. It certainly makes life a little bit faster and easier. How are we doing? We're on to 75 construction bots in the network now. We go and have a look in here. I've only got 6 transport belts. That's going to slow things down, but I've now got this one, and that has already filled up. So how many have I got in here? That's 1,000 exactly. That's perfect. So if I take 300 of those like that, we can leave these 75 bots. I'll wait until we've got another 25 in there. Ooh. Wow, look at that. For the first time, power has become an issue. It's been a long time since power was an issue here, but now power has become an issue. We're going to have to make sure we deal with that. That is our very next target. We've got to deal with power. Let me go and run the belt up here, and then we got to focus on making sure that we've got enough power, because if power starts to die, that becomes a very, very, very serious problem that can take absolutely ages to put right. Trust me on this. I speak from experience. I speak from a lot of experience with the whole power situation in the Bob's Angels thing. It's yeah, it's not pretty. Right, that one there, I want that one to be facing the other way. That's got to be going that way. And then we come back down through here. So my belt here is going to continue running out that way until we get to this point, and then we'll run up here to that one, and then we'll go into there like that. So it will run all the way round, and then I've got the what he calls over here mining it out. Now it's very easy to actually mine out on a border over here, but what you've got to do is you've got to have separate, you got to filter your lines. That's essentially what you end up having to do. Well, unfortunately, that is all we've got time for. We will come back tomorrow, and we will carry on with the Bat Challenge, continue trying to make 1,000 of absolutely everything. But we'll also take a little short break and try to catch me a door flurp. If you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.